Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to make a date cake. It's a rich, moist and beautifully fragrant cake. I'll show you some tips and techniques for you to get it moist and delicious every time you make it. Alright then, let's get started. Start by adding 600 grams of pitted dates into a bowl. Cut them into small pieces. This way it helps them to absorb the liquid and they soak evenly. Also make sure you choose juicy, soft dates and not the dry and tough ones. Next, sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of bicarb of soda. Mix it with 300 ml of hot water to soak the dates. Now here, some people soak their dates in hot tea. I personally don't like the tea flavor in my cake. It could bring out the tea flavor. I think they use it to bring out the color in the date cake. So this part is totally up to you. To this, I'm adding a couple of spoons of fruity almond flavored liqueur here. Now there is no exact measurement for this. You can use a couple of tablespoons here. When it comes to liqueur, choose something with coffee notes, almond or anything with warm and aromatic notes. Just remember, the flavors of the liqueur will bring out or change the flavor notes of the cake if you use too much of it. So choose carefully. And if you're not sure, just add a spoonful, or you can avoid liqueur completely. The cake will still taste amazing. Pour the hot water over the dates, give everything a good mix, and make sure the dates are fully submerged in the water. Cover and let it soak overnight and make sure to give it a mix here and there. Alright, moving on to the next step. Beat 250 grams of room temperature butter for a couple of minutes until it becomes pale and creamy. To that, add 250 grams of sugar. I'm using brown sugar here. It has those caramel notes that really enhances the flavor of the cake. But you can absolutely use white sugar if you prefer. Beat butter and sugar together for a couple of minutes, just until they're well combined. Next, add 250 grams of eggs, beating 1 egg at a time. Beat lightly after each addition, don't overmix. Give the bowl an occasional scrape down to make sure everything mixed evenly. Meantime, warm up 60 ml of milk. For the dry ingredients, take 250 grams of flour. To that, add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Comes to roughly around 11 grams of baking powder. Add that and give it a good mix. Once you finish beating your eggs, now we are going to add the flour and the warm milk alternately to the batter. Starting with the flour, add a portion of the flour, fold gently, then a splash of milk, fold again. Repeat the process, always folding and never beating to keep the batter light and airy. Alright, now you're going to take 1/4 of the batter and mix it well with the soaked dates. Now doing this prevents the main batter from deflating, and also you're going to keep that lovely air you just whipped in. It also makes the final mixing much easier. You can soak the dates just for a couple of hours if you're in a rush, but soaking them overnight allows the dates to turn soft, mushy, helping them blend beautifully into the batter, giving the cake that perfect melt in your mouth texture. Give the batter a good mix and add some chopped cashew nuts. I used about a handful of chopped nuts here. How much you use depends on how nutty you like your cake to be. Also, I'm adding a splash more liqueur and some vanilla, and then give it a good mix. Add this mixture back into the rest of the batter. Give it a couple of gentle folds. Don't overmix at this stage. Pour it into your baking pan. I have lined up a 9 by 10 inch cake pan with 3 layers of baking papers. Since this is a heavy and dense cake, this helps the cake to be baked evenly and prevents the bottom from burning. Now bake this at 170 Celsius for 30 to 45 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. Make sure you don't overbake the cake. Overbaking will make the cake dry, so keep an eye on it. Start checking your cake at 30 minutes marks to see how it's doing. The kitchen smells so amazing, and just look at this soft, moist and beautifully golden cake. Now let me tell you something, this cake tastes even better after 2 days time. Alright guys, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching and do give this recipe a try. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, you guys.